Hey everyone! Welcome back to the book show. I hope this video is very useful to you. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you want more weekly updates.
Chester Carlson, USA, invented the first photocopying machine and the technology to do so in 1938. Prior to this, office workers used carbon paper or duplicators to make multiple copies of documents. Carlson was an inventor, researcher, and also worked in a patent office. Carlson developed his ideas in his apartment in New York, which was particularly dangerous as his process used flammable materials. The technology was based around using a zinc plate, microscope slides, sulfur powder, and used a bright light to create a heat reaction. The first ever data to be copied in the world was October 22, 38 Astoria. This denoted the date followed by the name of Chester Carlson's apartment block. Carlson's technology was turned away by many of the large corporations of the time, including GE and IBM. However, Carlson continued developing his process until 1947, when a company called Haliot, a photographic paper company, sought a license to develop a market around his technology. It was decided around this time that the phrase electrophotography was too complex. So, after consultation with a linguist, they chose the word xerography, which means dry writing in Greek. Haliot called the new device Xerox machines, which was trademarked in 1948. Haliot commercialized its technology by introducing the Xerox 914 office copier in 1959. The Xerox 914 copier is still one of the most successful products of all time. The company then changing its name to Xerox Corporation in 1961, which led to the creation of the verb Xeroxing. The market grew at a phenomenal pace, and in 1963 Carlson realized his dream of producing a desktop device capable of making copies available to everyone. Carlson passed away in 1968. The explosion of copying had begun. Xerox expected customers would make about 2,000 copies a month, but users easily made 10,000 a month, and some as many as 100,000. Before the 914 machine was introduced, Americans made 20 million copies a year, but by 1966 Xerox had boosted the total to 14 billion, creating a phenomenal industry for themselves. There was an explosion of data share in commercial businesses in a similar way to the impact email had and the invention of the web. Copiers allowed the quick free flow of data to everyone, creating a new way of working in the emerging office culture. Continuing development of the technology through the 60s saw the introduction of duplex double-sided copies, faster machines, and then basic color copies were introduced in 1973. This fast growth trajectory made Xerox the corporate powerhouse in the US through the 1970s. However, this all came crashing down in 1975 with antitrust laws and court battles forcing Xerox to release and license all of its intellectual property at the end of the 1970s to third parties, which created competition from mainly Japanese manufacturers. The resulting competition devastated Xerox and saw its market share dropping from almost 100% down to 14% of the US market during the early 1980s. This allowed the emergence of new technologies and massive competition from Canon, Konica Minolta, Sharp, and Toshiba photocopiers. The push for market share forced innovation and technology advancements at an alarming pace, with copiers becoming more sophisticated and an integral part of the office environment. The next phase of the photocopier development was multifunctionality during the 1990s. The copier truly crossed over into other technology areas with integrations such as fax technology, professional color printing, network connectivity, and the introduction of digital copying. Digital copying was the ability to scan once and print many. Copiers continued to develop, becoming true multifunction devices MFDs fully integrated into the workplace as workflow enablers. Scanning, creating PDFs, scan to email, full digital user interface UIs, and, more recently, user applications apps. One-click settings that create workflow shortcuts and facilitate document distribution to multiple destinations. For automatic processing, are again revolutionizing the way we work.
I hope this video is very useful to you. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you want more weekly updates. Thanks for watching.